When the time was drawing nearer to pay off the pledge that he had promised towards the chanda, so he said that I will pay the chanda, inshallah, God willing, and he did pay the chanda. He completely abandoned his personal needs. Later he mentioned that Allah the Almighty bestowed such grace and bounty upon me that the firm, instead of giving me 5,000, gave me 10,000, that is, gave me double from the initial amount. In this way his personal needs were fulfilled, and he was also able to meet the pledge towards Waqf-e-Jadid. Similarly, our Murabbi from Benin writes that our Muallim or teacher went to collect Chanda Tehreek-e-Jadid from a certain place. So Abdul Latif Sahib paid 3,100 francs Sifa, and he said that, pray, if Allah the Exalted gives me further income, I would be able to send further Chanda. Through God's doing, that same week, Latif Sahib called the Muallim, and he gave him a further 7,000 francs Sifa in Chanda. He said, on the day when I gave you 3,100 francs Sifa, on that same day a patient came to see me. After treating him, he initially gave me 34,000. However, explaining that he did not have enough money to cover his return journey, he took back 3,000 francs and said, I need this. And he gave me 31,000 francs. He said, immediately my heart testified that God the Exalted had truly increased my initial amount tenfold. I had 3,100 and now I have 31,000. This is why I am increasing my chanda. And now I am sending you 7,000. Our missionary from Liberia writes that I went on a tour to a certain village where an 8-year-old tifl or boy was running errands for me, for example, bringing water, taking care of his bag, and other small tasks around the house. Hazur says the children there work with great passion and zeal to serve the Murabbi or missionaries there. So the missionary, being delighted with the boy, gave him a reward of $5 Liberian. Hazur says a Liberian dollar has a very low value. The missionary continues that when after the prayer, I drew the attention of the Jamaat towards paying Waqf-e-Jadid, and I gave special emphasis to include children. So that same boy stood up, and he whispered in the ear of his father that I also want to give chanda and I have money for this purpose. The father said, if you have money, then give it. Subsequently, the child gave that $5 that he had received from the missionary and gave it towards chanda. The passion and zeal in this child had an impact upon the other children such that they also acquired money from their parents and thus became a part of this scheme. The missionary from Kyrgyzstan writes that a new Ahmadi friend took the bed, the Pledge of Allegiance, approximately 3 years ago, Zamir Sahib. In terms of the Khilafah Jubilee that was commemorated in 2008, in light of the central directive, some money was accumulated. He earned $66 at the time. It is a poor country. He says, when our missionary Bisharat Ahmed Sahib said to him that you should also write down a pledge for the Khilafat Jubilee Jalsa, he wrote down a pledge of $44. When he received his income, he went straight to the mission house and he discharged his pledge, saying that if I go home, I will spend that money. So he only went home with $22 from that 44. Allah the Almighty honored his sincerity and devotion. After a short while, he received additional work, where he earned a further $150. And now he is working in a foreign company for the last 3 months, and with the grace of Almighty Allah, his income is $770. Now he has even joined up to Wasiyat. When the missionary said to him that after Wasiyat, instead of 1/16, you would have to give 1/10 chanda. So he responded that since the day I did my bet, my pledge of allegiance, I have been giving 1/10. Similarly, a new convert lady is from Kyrgyzstan. Her name is Jildis Sahiba. She is extremely sincere and devout. She has taken the bet, the pledge of allegiance, last year, but she did not give any chanda during that entire year. When she was inculcated regarding chanda and its importance was clarified to her, and it was explained to her which chandas are obligatory and which chandas a person can give of their own volition. This was being appealed to her in the mosque at the time. The next day she said to the Sadr Sahib that I need to meet you. Sadr Sahib said that at the moment I am going for some other work elsewhere. But she said, no, I want to meet you immediately. So she came to the Sadr Sahib and she paid 15,000 in the Kyrgyz currency by way of chanda. Sadr Sahib said that you are giving such a large sum, but she said, I have calculated this, and this covers my chanda for the entire year, as well as chanda for the other tahriks or financial schemes. This is why I am giving this. Subsequently, she gave her chanda for the entire year. Hazuru says, these are the stories of devotion and sincerity and loyalty of the new Ahmadis. These are the stories of their sacrifices, how zeal and passion is infusing within them. After these few accounts, I announce a new year of Waqf Jadid. I also will provide certain details. From 1st January, the new year of Waqf Jadid begins. This is the 54th year. In fact, this is the end of the 54th year, and the 55th year of Waqf Jadid begins. With the grace of Almighty Allah, the total outcome of the sacrifices from the entire world, from all the reports that have been received thus far, because there are many reports, for example, from Africa and elsewhere, which are not received or are received late. They are not included. So up till now, the total collection is above £4,693,000. In comparison to last year, this is an increase of £510,000. Alhamdulillah, all praise belongs to Allah. Pakistan, as per last year, maintained their first position. Despite the fact of terrible financial circumstances there, they have not allowed any shortcomings to creep into their financial sacrifices. May Allah Almighty bless their wealth and keep them in His protection and refuge them from all evil. After this is America. After America is Britain. Wakalat Mal had presumed that Britain had obtained the second rank. But in the last report sent by America, because of that, they left Britain slightly behind. It is a very minor difference of just £11,000. In the first list, Britain was at the second position, but after that, the report that was sent to me, in accordance with it, we had to place Britain at the third position. But the increase in the contributions from Britain, that is extraordinary and also astonishing. May Allah the Almighty bless the wealth and also the lives of all those contributing from here. Here as well, financial circumstances are dire. There are also other expenditures, other chandas. Then there are mosques that are going to be constructed. Attention has been drawn towards this. In spite of all of this, in Tehreek-e-Jadid and also in Waqf-e-Jadid, the UK Jamaat has made extraordinary increases with the grace of Almighty Allah. It appears that they now thoroughly understand the significance of Hatta tunfiqu mimma tuhibbun, that unless you spend out of what you love. May Allah the Almighty enable them to march forward and increase in all other types of piety and virtue, and similarly, may all other Jamaats also do so. Lajna UK as well have also played a significant role in this. They have leaped forward in Tehreek-e-Jadid and now also in Waqf-e-Jadid. May Allah the Exalted reward and bless all sisters and also all girls. Britain is at third, and after that is Germany. Then there is Canada, then India, Australia comes next, Indonesia is after, then there is Belgium and then Switzerland. Based on the local currencies, the rankings of those who have increased. At first position is India. They have made an extraordinary increase of approximately 36%. Then there is Belgium. Despite being a small country and a small Jamaat, they have made a huge leap of approximately 30% increase. Then there is Australia, then there is Britain, and then Indonesia. In per head or per capita contributions, America is first, then there is Switzerland, Britain, Belgium, and then Ireland. It appears that USA have reached such a point where unless they increase in their numbers, they cannot increase in their contributions, but there is room for improvement in the UK, and they can improve their position. In terms of total collections, the top 5 ranked Jamaats in Africa. First is Ghana, then there is Nigeria, Mauritius at third, then Burkina Faso, and then Uganda. With the grace of Almighty Allah, this year also there was an increase of 90,000 contributors to the Waqf Jadid scheme. The total number of contributors to Waqf Jadid has now reached 690,000. There is still great room for improvement. I have told the America Jamaat to increase their numbers. Wakalat Amal will give them a target, and they need to increase their numbers. New converts should be included in this scheme. The promised Messiah, on whom be peace, has said sternly that inculcate the habit of sacrifice from the first day. If the Jamaats in Africa make efforts to this